Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. We're back here with another live stream. This time in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we are here loaded up. Joint Base Andrews Air Force Base over by Washington, D.C. here. We are loaded up in the lovely Air Force One Salty Sim. As you know, it's Salty Sim 747 Air Force One version. We're going to be flying some VIP presidential people on up to Toronto today. We're going to go Andrews Air Force Base to Toronto and back to Andrews Air Force Base. The President has some meetings with the Canadian President today, so that's where we're going to be taking them. Should make for a nice flight. Total flight time is just over an hour, 1 hour, 6 minutes. A total flight time up to Toronto and back. We'll also be checking out, for the first time, the new Toronto Fly Tampa scenery that came out a little while ago. But we have not flown into it yet, so without further ado, we can go ahead and jump on in this aircraft. Full disclosure, I am not usually a 747 pilot, so I don't know a whole lot, so bear with me, don't judge me too much. Don't judge me too much on my 747 skills here. It's first time I think we've flown a 747. I don't even remember last time, maybe over a year ago? Maybe at least a year since I've flown a 747, but to be honest, X-Plane has been kind of making me mad lately with frame rate issues that I've been working on, and I think I've got them somewhat fixed now, because our frames, I don't know if you noticed, lately in X-Plane were kind of low. Right now we're rocking 71 frames per minute in this Microsoft right now where we're at. So I'm going to kind of improve things a little bit for both X-Plane and Microsoft, even though Microsoft's always been better. But that's kind of the reason why I decided to try the Salty Sim. I know people have been asking me, are you going to fly 747? I'm always like, probably not, but never say never. Well, guess what? Never say never has come true. So, let's get this thing powered up. We'll get battery on, and auto, there we go. That looks good. We're going to go ahead and get ground power established. Okay, that looks good. We're going to go over here, and we're going to get, not the lighting lights. Get those off. Those off, sorry, they shouldn't be on. There we go. Nav lights on, strobes need to come off. There we go. Oh, radio panels on. Alright. So that looks good there. Let's get the gears aligning. 1, 2, and 3, just like so. That looks good. Get some of our brightness up here as well. Alright, all that looks good. Where are the fasten seatbelt signs? Does I have fasten seatbelt signs in here? I feel like it doesn't. If someone knows where the fasten seatbelt signs are, please let me know. I'm just not seeing them for whatever reason. I think I am blind. It's most likely the reason, though. I am blind. Don't see them. Alright, so we'll move on then. Let's go ahead and go down here. We can get... let's see here, where are we at? All that looks good. Brightnesses, that's fine. We do have some ATC online, so we are going to have to call for... Oh, there they are. There's the seatbelt signs. Alright, we got seatbelt signs on and ready to go. That looks good. Can't test the oxygen. I don't think this works. It looks like you can click on it. Maybe they're going to update it eventually, but not currently working. Alright, so all that looks good. We can go down to our FMC here. And let's get this programmed and ready to rock and roll. Go salty, make sure that's all there. Alright, all that looks good. So let's go here to our FMC. We're going to go to our position in it. We are at Andrews K. ADW, Andrews Air Force Base. Mr. Nolan, welcome to go. How are you liking the 747 so far? Well, first time in it. I've only done enough to get some controls and a couple views set up. and as well as I did one circle of Andrews Air Force Base, but not too bad. Better than I was expecting it so far, I guess I could say. But we'll see how this whole flight goes, and then I'll give you a more accurate assessment. So like I said, don't judge me. Not a 747 pilot. I have not flown a 747 for over a year, so I definitely am not in tune as much as I am for 7.3 of how the procedures go. So we can request our flight data, though. That ding there says our flight data is ready to be loaded. So this is integrated with SimBrief. That's nice. And it's now on the fly-by-wire installer. It's another reason what made me get it. It's easier to install. I don't have to look for all the mods. Is that mod any good? How come you aren't using the MS Sparky 747? So I've heard that the Salty Sim 747 is better than the Sparky. That's what I've heard. So, and it's also, this is available on the fly-by-wire installer now. It makes it super easy to install. The other reason why I'm trying it, like I said, we're going to load our flight plan here. That will all pop in. So, Andrews Air Force Base to Toronto. We can go and execute that. So it should pop in our whole Air Force One. You see all of our flight leg is popped in. So that looks good. Let's go back here to the menu and go position it. We're going to route. That's all looking good. Perf data. We can all put this in here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and tune to DC center so we can get our flight clearance. My radio panel seems to also work with this plane. Normally does not work with like the fly-by-wire, but it is working for right now.
Proceed on course. Not entirely also.
Alright, really, not physics, that's for sure, but obviously textures are better because Microsoft, but maybe that was referring to an older version. So Sparky, is that X-Plane then? So basically X-Plane frames have not been good lately. Like, for some reason, the computer and X-Plane are not working very well. Our frames have been in the 20s or below. I've been working on that, and I think I've got them kind of for the most part.
A Delta 220
fixed.
Cross SO would have maintained 10,000.
I've got a lot more performance coming on the PC. Some things I had to clean up. That I've been working with some people on. So like right now we're sitting at 64 frames. I don't get that in X-Plane. But I got my frames back into the 30s, I think. But that's the whole reason why I planned on going Microsoft today, was because of X-Plane having some issues. So anyways, we got that in there. Let's go ahead and let's request our clearance. DC Center Air Force One request IFR to Toronto, please.
Air Force One, standby.
Alright, stand by. We'll get our clearance here in just a second. Yeah, but so usually I get decent frames.
1202, fly heading 150.
Just lately, the last few weeks, it's been pretty slow, and I'm
okay. 150 and 1202's got the river.
Thanks, clear river visual 100.
No, I'm getting the 70s right now.
River visual 19er American.
I don't get anything close to the next
Delta 42 Lima Airspace Land Center is offline.
So my frame rates are down here in the bottom right corner. So yeah, I'm getting 65 to 70 right now, just looking at the screen.
Endeavor 4653, plan the river visual.
So even up here, it's 5960.
River visual 19, Endeavor 46.
Usually in the 30s in X-Plane. Yeah, Microsoft, I believe, is optimized a lot better than X-Plane. Is that really the first time hearing that? Yeah, I'm getting way better in Microsoft right now. Even the fly-by-wire, I don't know if it's just this plane, but even the fly-by-wire, I get better frames in Microsoft.
1202, wind 106, runway 100, clear land.
Clear to land 19er American 1202.
And you guys know if there's a way to turn up the brightness here anymore? Am I missing any brightness panels? Yeah, the flyby is really good. So So, like I said, take everything I'm saying with physics as a grain of salt. You know, I'm not a real-world pilot. The only one that can really speak to physics is a real-world pilot. They're the only ones that know what a plane really feels like to fly. So,
Walker 1812, hello, you ready to contact 22 southwest of Danville, flight level 390, welcome.
And DC Center, Walker 1812 requests to step away for about 10 minutes.
we're going to put some of this in while we're waiting. We're 39,000. Low reserve is going to be 8.8. 8.8 on the reserve. Cost index 25. And then we do need to load. I do know that you have to load fuel, I think, from here. So on total fuel, we need.
Flight 801, Washington Center, welcome.
What do we need for fuel? We need 44,000 pounds. 44,000 pounds of fuel.
Spirit Wings 30 to 26, like to start our descent when possible.
Why do I feel like 44,000 pounds of fuel is like nothing?
Spirit Wings 3026, pause question, maintain 11,000.
Send and maintain 11,000, Spirit Wings 30 to 26.
I'm gonna take a little extra. It is a short flight, but. We're at 0 fuel weight.
TBM 9 Charlie Alpha, report Baltimore, reported site.
568.
We have the airport in sight, 9 Charlie Alpha.
9 Charlie Alpha, thanks. See you to enter the left downwind, runway 15 left.
Entering left downwind for 15 left, 9 Charlie Alpha.
Blue Sheik 5490, Lee Aerospace, Indy Center's offline, reserve terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
Alright, we're on around Blue Sheik 5490. Have a great night, Colin.
Okay.
That should be good enough on the.
Aircraft on frequency, unfortunately, Washington's going to need to close in about 10 minutes.
Captain AB, hey, what's going on? By the way, how do you set up views in Microsoft? It's a little complicated. Especially if you want window views and stuff, I would definitely suggest looking at a tutorial for it. You basically have to set up a view with the camera controls in Microsoft. Then you have to go to the config file and manipulate that to get an outside cockpit view, if that makes sense. So you have to trick it that you're outside the plane, basically. Make it think you're inside the plane, but really you're outside the plane.
November 231 Tango Golf, Washington Center, identity.
I think you forgot about us for our clearance here. James, welcome aboard. Welcome, welcome.
Citation 1 Tango Golf, thanks for the contact 13 southwest of Sand Hills, flight level 250. Citation 1 Tango Golf, I show you at 24, is that?
And do you think the totals and fly-by-wire have similar physics? Yes and no, somewhat. I mean, also think this, it's two different simulators. The simulator itself is going to operate differently.
Washington Center, good evening. United 727, 8 miles south of
like I said, the fly-by-wire is a solid aircraft. If we don't have that aircraft, then you're missing out.
The 727 Potomac, correction, Washington Center, ready to contact visit checks over 350, welcome.
Nice, James. Nice. Sounds good, sir.
Air Force One Heavy, are you still up?
Yeah, we're still here, standing by for IFR clearance, Toronto.
Air Force One, I apologize. You should have yelled at me earlier. I had you on my request list, and then the whole request list got deleted. So, you're cleared to Toronto Airport via the Lincoln One departure JRS transition that was filed. Maintain 5,000. Squawk is 0537.
What was that transition for the Lincoln departure?
Lincoln 1 JRS as you filed.
Lincoln 1 Jarrus, Savinus filed. Squawk 0537, Air Force 1.
Air Force 1, I read that correct. 1 on the right for departure, cardiac taxi, the altimeter 3035.
Let me go to my maps here.
Washington Center, American 1202 is off 19er.
Air 1202, you can taxi northbound Juliet to the ramp.
Yeah, northbound Juliet ramp, American 1202. Thanks, have a good night.
Washington Center was at 10 left for departure for Air Force 1.
Air Force 1, you request 1 on the left, you said?
I was asking you, did you say 10 left?
19er right for departure.
Roger that, 19 right. We'll call for taxi Air Force 1. All right.
TBM 9 Charlie Alpha, wind 1.
So now we got our clearance. Now we're ready to rock and roll.
15 left.
What do you think of PMG 737 pre-release? Liking it so far, Nolan. Looks really, really good, actually. So yeah, I am definitely liking it. Definitely the one plane I can't wait for. The one plane that I'm waiting the most for is the PMG G-Man. 0537 is our squawk. Let's get that on and reporting. That looks good.
Citation 1 off. Still maintain 1000 Raleigh altimeter.
Alright, so all that looks good. We can go back to our FNC now. Let's put our route in, which is going to be just as filed. Looks like you can send for this too. Let's go ahead and accept. I guess that looks good.
And Frontier Flight 801 requesting higher.
Seems like
Frontier
a lot
Flight
on the
801, Clementine
reserves.
Pool 380.
380, Frontier Flight 801.
So fuel, it's got 85,000 pounds. Why does that seem like a lot of fuel? No, that's payload, sorry. 50,000 pounds on the fuel. Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Citation 110 off. You can send these DIMs to a 1 arrival. You plan the visual approach from way 23 right.
Gross weight, empty weight, okay. Alright, I guess we'll roll with that. That looks good. Let's go to our flight plan page, departure page. So we're going to be targeting 19er right, Lincoln, 1 and Jars, transition. And let's execute that. That looks good. We'll go back to departure and arrival now. Let's do our arrival into Toronto. We're planning for the Divino. We normally have actually a star in here. We're going direct. So let's just plan for the arrival runway, which is going to be runway 23. Let me just check that on the charts. Make sure it's big enough runway.
Washington Center, good evening, citation
Holy
221 Hotel, checking in 16,000 for flight level 200.
Oh my god, that was loud. Alright, runway 23.
221 Hotel, Washington Center, right then.
Good.
Ident 21 Hotel.
Alright, runway 23 looks good. So we'll do that ILS 23.
Citation
And
21 Hotel,
we
ready to
will
contact 13 east of Medina. You can go maintain flight level
Go ahead and
200.
execute that for now. That
Maintain
should
flight
look
level
good.
20021 Hotel.
That guy needs to turn his mic down. We go direct to there. And plug that in, execute. That looks good. Yeah, translate. Hey, how's it going?
727 descend.
Not the Salty Mod. We're going to Toronto? Yes.
The Philly altimeter.
What's wrong with the Salty Mod? Transit guy. I heard that the Salty Mod now is actually fairly decent. This guy's eating his mic. No, he definitely is.
727
Definitely is. Techie, hey, how's it going? Welcome aboard. Alright, so we got that all in there. Let's go to our... everyone, our perf data. That's
Washington
good. Let's go
Center,
thrust.
United 2467 rate taxi before you
Temperature's
leave
good.
on
We'll
us.
do...
2467 runway 30 taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11.
we'll take off. That's fine.
Zulu, Yankee 11.
Flaps. We should be doing flaps.
To runway 30, United 2467.
Doesn't tell us what flaps. What flaps should we do? 10? We'll do flaps 10. Flaps 10 for departure. That looks good.
Citation 21 Hotel, clear direct Casanova War, Charlie Sierra November.
Clear to the Charlie Sierra November VOR, citation 21 November Hotel, thanks.
Alright, there's our takeoff speeds. That's good. Alright, I think we're pretty much good. Let's go and get our APU started here. We'll get fuel pumps on as well. Lots and
DC
lots
Center
of fuel
Walker
pumps
1812, report
in
back.
here. Window heat can also come on. And we'll go ahead and start the
1812,
EQ 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 727, you up?
Alright, so that's coming on.
Go for 727.
United 727 descend via the Philbo 3 arrival. The Philly altimeter 3036.
Descend the field goal 3 around.
We're going to get rid of the stairs.
Washington Center.
President,
TCA
everyone is
National
on
Office,
board.
Over to signature. Thank you for the ATC tonight. Have a good night.
I've tell him to load my
Not really
pipe.
up, but thanks for following Washington. We'll see you next time.
I don't think he's going to necessarily listen to me. But he definitely needs to lower his mic volume a little bit. Definitely little loud.
Endeavor for 653, we have the river in sight.
There 4653 second.
We have the river in sight.
There 4653 roger, right turn heading 130, clear road visual 100.
Alright, APU should be on now, I believe.
Row 9, Endeavor for 653.
Fuel is good. Flight controls, check those in a minute. What is that? Is that gear? Okay. I guess all that looks good. All our entryways are closed. And we'll go back to the engine page here. Alright. So let's go up top, get our APU gen on. And running. APU bleed is already on. Everything else here looks good. And get our beacon light on.
Hotel. You can cross Casanova at a maintain 11,000, Charlottesville landing runway 2.
And I believe we're good for engine start. Now,
Alright, looks like runway
so
21 and cross Casanova down at 11,000. Citation 21 Hotel.
Citation 2 Hotel, just formation. I probably won't be on for arrival. I'm going to have to be logging off soon.
No worries, thanks for the hotel. Heads up 21 Hotel.
Alright, so APU good is on. We'll get ground power removed.
Walker 1812, cleared at Patuxent, Pop X-ray
We
Tango.
can remove the power unit here.
Papa X-ray Tango
That
Walker
looks
1812.
good. Now, so what I've heard about, or what I've seen, is the 747 starts both engines on one side at once. I've seen this, it start like this in Anchorage, so that's kind of what I'm going off of. It's not
Speed ranks
wrong,
3026
I
minus
apologize.
space, Jack Center is offline.
Well, let's go ahead and get engine number 3 and number 4 started.
Walker 1906 to send via the
Catering
Chelsea
truck is
5
gonna
arrival,
get,
sliding south.
Blown in there, but that's alright.
Descend via the Charles arrival, Walker 1906.
Alright, good rise on N1 and N2.
Endeavor 4653.
Go ahead and add fuel to both of those.
100, clear to land.
Clear to land and runway 09, Endeavor 4653.
United 2467 fly runway heading runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading cleared for takeoff. Runway 30, United 2467.
United 2467, I apologize. Disregard the heading. You're on a RNAV departure. You can just runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Engine 3 or 4
230
looking
and the
good.
heading cleared for takeoff. Runway 30, United 2467.
Let's go ahead and start engine number 1 and 2 now. Oh, that guy's dead. That guy's a goner. Definitely shouldn't be standing right there. Definitely not. And let's add fuel to those.
Walker 1906.
I would've
United space land settles offline.
definitely got sucked in already.
Change approved. Good flight in Charlotte.
Walker 1906, for Unicom. Thank you so much for the ATC, buddy, and have a great night.
You too.
Alright. 2 good engines, 4 good engine starts there. We'll go up top, let's get our engine bleeds on. AP bleed can come off. All of that there looks good.
Walker 1812, you could
Looks
descend
good.
the
AP
Quarry
gens
4
can come
arrival
off.
to altimeter 3036.
And we'll get
So,
our
Quarry
taxi
4.
lights on.
Walker 1812, with that, you can monitor 122.8. I'm going to be closing up, and New York Center is offline.
Over to Unicom. Thanks a lot for the ATC. Have a good night, Walker 212.
Alright, so we're looking good. I think we're pretty much ready to taxi.
And do you want us over to Unicom for Delta 523?
Yeah, Delta 523, you're next. I'm just kind of slowly going through airplanes. So you can monitor 122.8. Atlanta Center is offline. Good rise in a minute.
Hey, sorry about that. We'll head over to Unicom for Delta 523. Have a great night.
We actually need our altimeter for here. Let me get Dallas and see what the altimeter is. Altimeter.
Yeah, 2467 radar contact. Clear direct
3035.
340.
340 to LeMay, United 2467.
United 727 New York Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. Good night.
Thanks, you and see. Have a good night. All right.
Citation 231 Tango Alpha, the Raleigh Airport at your 3 o'clock final miles. Report the airport site.
Alright, we gotta get it in start. We're gonna go up here, make sure our takeoff speed is in,
Runway 23 right.
which is really 154.
Yep, 4653 right turn Juliet cross 22 to the ramp.
Juliet cross to the ramp. 46
Flight director is on.
Okay, Frontier Flight 801, you can monitor come 122.8. Good ride into Atlanta tonight.
Thank you. Good night.
Washington Center, I know you're closing, but Air Force One's ready for taxi if possible.
Yeah, Air Force 1 on our right, taxi to Alpha. The altimeter 3035.
1 on our AV Alpha, on first one. Alright, here we go. Let's release our parking brake. Well, actually, let's get our flap set to 10 here as well. There we go. And our trim, what is our trim supposed to be? Supposed to be 17%.
Citation 1 Tango Golf. 1 calm, 23 right, clear to land.
I guess that's right on the staff trim.
United 2467.
Alright, there we go. Now we can get our parking brake off.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night yourself. Over to 122.8.
Let's start our taxi. Taxi music's coming on.
Air Force 1 Heavy, sorry, could be on your departure. You can monitor come 122.8 on your taxi. Do you have a good ride to Toronto?
I think you have a good night too. Air Force 1 out. 22.8. And we'll get over back to Unicom
Citation
here.
1 Golf, no need to respond. And then you're on short final. Once you're on the ground, you can monitor come to the ATO.
Alright, we're over to Unicom. Alright, we'll see how this goes. Big change of scenery here compared to what we normally fly. big change of scenery. Alright, VNAV and LNAV are armed. So far, so good. Total flight time on the first flight, 1 hour and 6 minutes on up to Toronto. We'll see how this goes. If it goes good, then maybe we'll do like a mini long haul in this aircraft. But let's see how these first 2 flights go in it. So far, so good though. Not many issues. Liking some of the features so far. Like I said, the overhead's definitely not fully functioning. But I mean, the stuff you really need, I guess, for it is functioning. Alright, make our turn towards runway here. Brake RTO's coming on. We didn't turn the APU off. There we go. Andrews Air Force Base traffic. Air Force 1 taking off runway 19er right. 19er right. Departure to the north. Mr. Mike coming in with the $3 donation. Mr. Mike, welcome to the flight, sir. Mr. Mike is one of our VIPs on board. He is the vice president. Vice president is on board. I'll fix your total there as soon as we get in the air, sir. Alright, let's get up top. We'll get our landing lights on, strobe lights on, and our wing lights is on. And away we go. So this will be first on the channel. First time flying a 747. All those times I said I probably would never fly one. Alright, engines are spooling up. Auto throttle's coming on. And Toga. Here we go. Hear that thrust power from all 4 of these giant engines.
V1.
V1. Rotate. Alright, pause the rate. Gears coming up. She looks sexy though. She does look good. Yeah, she does look good. Beautiful departure. Trim seems to be working nice. Let's bring some flaps in. nice. Nice little wing view. Alright. Climbs up another notch. Passing 9,000 feet here, we're going to get autopilot on. Clean up our flaps. When you say positive rate, what are you referring to? So, positive rate means that the aircraft is climbing at a positive rate, meaning you're climbing at the right speed, you're climbing at the right feet per minute, and you're not losing altitude, so you're safe to retract your landing gear. Because if you don't have positive rate, you would make sure your landing gear is still down on takeoff, so that way you can land quickly and have landing gear. And it looks like a beast to learn. I'm just now starting to hang a fly-by-wire. It's not too bad. It is definitely different. It's definitely different than your typical. I mean, she's pretty. So it's definitely different. Like I said, it's not as in depth as the fly-by-wire yet, but it is a lot better than where it started. So yeah, it is a lot better than where it started for sure. Just have some wing views that it comes with. You can make your own views though, of course, as well. You don't have to use what's already defaulted in here. But she's definitely pretty. Let's get some background music here. Let's stick with the outside view here for now. So yeah, no, she's definitely pretty. And like I said, so far so good. I haven't had many issues or any real issues to speak of so far. Seems to be climbing nice and everything so far so good. This is my first actual flight in this aircraft, so I haven't even done a full practice flight or anything. So first flight, inaugural flight here. So the White House has liked what we've been doing on our pilot skills, so they hired us to fly the president. Alright, Mr. Mike, let me fix your thing here. Now that we are up in cruise, coming in again, Mr. Mike, thank you for that free dollar bomb. And your continued support of the channel, my friend. Very, very much appreciate you, sir. So we're going to take our, like I said, quick trip over to Toronto. The president's got a meeting with the Canadian president. Just a quick little meeting, and then we're going to hop back, take him back to the White House. But performance of the aircraft, everything so far so good. I mean, we're getting good frames. We're at 68 frames per second, between 60 and 68. Nice, good stuff. Lovely view, right? Very lovely view. It is a pretty aircraft. Just this livery, I mean, this just says America. America. So I know I did always say it never probably would fly a 747 unless it was Air Force One. So here we are. Here we are. Alright, let's check in on the cockpit, see how we're doing. So we're at 25,000 feet. We're going up to 39,000 feet. So far, so good. Oh, I forgot to get all of our landing lights off. We can go ahead and do that here. Oh, strobe lights gotta stay on. Wing light can come off though. All the fuel pumps are on and look good. Let's check the fuel here just to make sure. Where's that fuel panel? There it is. Alright, so yep, all the fuel is good. We got 44,000 pounds of fuel still on board. Need that livery? Ah, yes, very good livery. You can download it from flightsim.to store. You can download the livery. So we don't have all the views set up yet, as we just barely got the aircraft. We didn't have enough time to set up all the views yet, but you can set up all kinds of views. Microsoft's visuals, though, are just so much better than X-Plane, man. That's why I'm so excited for that PMDG to be released. There is a lot more viable aircrafts coming to Microsoft very quickly. So right now we have the CRJ, the fly-by-wire. I would say the Salty Sim is flyable. Not fully in depth yet, but it's flyable. You got the new A330. It's kind of modeled after the fly-by-wire that I've heard good things about. I mean, you have, well, it was a really Franken plane from the Captain Sim 777 that's now been heavily modified by the Flight Sim community group. That plane, I guess, is somewhat flyable, but not quite there. Iffy. But then you got the PMDG coming out, the Phoenix A321, there's a 757 in the works, a 777 in the works, a 787 in the works, plus all the other variants from PMDG, the 6, 700, 800, 900, the Maxes, the 7 Max, 8 Max, 9 Max, and the 10,000. So there's quite a bit coming. I mean, to be honest, I don't know how X-Plane's going to really compete once all those are released from Microsoft. I mean, till then they're safe, because X-Plane has way more available aircraft, but once those are released, I mean, what do you think? You guys think X-Plane's still going to be around? Because, I mean, you jump in Microsoft, you don't have to add ortho for it to look good. It's already there. You can fly anytime, anywhere without having to think, oh crap, do I have scenery? Do I need to load scenery? I gotta get this ortho. I mean, you can fly almost anywhere. X-Plane 12, I mean, the X-Plane 12, when that releases, they have a lot to live up to. If they don't make some serious changes, I think X-Plane 12 is in trouble. I think X-Plane in general is in trouble. Oh yeah, I hear many people are looking forward to 737. Yes, they are. Yes, X-Plane 12 is supposed to be coming out soon. I would say in the next couple months. Sometime between now and the next 3 months, maybe? Summertime? But like I said, they have a lot to live up to, and I'm skeptical. From everything they've announced, to knowing. So when I'm in X-Plane, my frames are, when my PC's running good, my frames are in the 30s. Right now in Microsoft, I'm mid-60s right now in frames. So it seems to be way optimized better than X-Plane. And all that extra detail that X-Plane's going to be adding to their simulator, if they can't... Okay, we're leveling up. Got me scared there, because I thought we were... like, there we go, forgot to click the standard pressure there. So we're almost to cruise. Yeah, so, hey Enzo, what's going on? How was your spring break? My spring break? Well, I don't have a spring break, unfortunately. How was your spring break? I'm long past school, my friend. They don't give you spring break for work. I wish. Unless you mean when I went to spring training in Arizona. That was baseball. But yeah, so I don't get spring break anymore. That was about 13 years ago now, 14 years ago now. Been a while. It's definitely been a while. Alright, so we do currently have... what center online is that? We do have Cleveland Center online, currently. And we do have Toronto Center, it looks like, online still. So we may get some ATC coverage here into Toronto, hopefully. Also then really test out the plane. But we're doing good. If you guys are joining just now and haven't already smashed that thumbs up button for me, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. I truly do appreciate it. But we are here at our cruise at a nice 39,000 feet. So not a super long flight. We'll be at our top of descent probably the next 20 minutes. So if 2 flights go good today, we may do like a mini long haul in it next week. Really test out what we'll do on a long haul, maybe. Maybe we'll do cross the pond or something. So we do have some exciting things coming this weekend, potentially some sneak peeks into part of the World Flight Crew and what we'll be doing in the full cockpit simulator, potentially. Hint, hint. Stay tuned for that. That'll be Saturday and Sunday, potentially. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. Join Discord if you haven't already joined Discord. Stay tuned for those announcements, as well as I'll post tons of pictures of it. So, for you guys don't know, I'm part of the SoCal Flight Crew, which is part of World Flight. If you guys have not heard about World Flight, it is like the biggest online charity streaming event of the year for flight simulation, where basically teams from around the country, or around the world, flying full cockpit simulators completely around the world for 7 days straight, starting in Australia and making our way all the way around the world in 7 days, flying to various destinations. We'll be doing that this November, so just keep an eye out for that. It's going to be lots of fun with lots of your favorite streamers. For example, Mr. Chewy. I'm sure you guys know Chewy. Chewy is a part of SimFest, which is the London group that flies for World Flight every year in a 747 cockpit. We're flying in a 737-800 cockpit. All of this is possible to Mr. Fly with Rookie. Big shout out to Mr. Plymouth Rookie, Captain Geo, making all that possible. Word up, I'll sure be on the lookout for that. Yes, so that is coming. Pictures, videos, and possibly a live stream from in the cockpit coming soon. We just finished getting it put together. I'll share some video with you here if you guys haven't already seen these videos. So this is a little bit in the cockpit in the middle of a flight. And that was, let's see, at 35,000 feet. This is the back aft galley section of the cockpit, where our lovely Delta flight attendants will serve us Biscoff cookies, peanuts, chips, drinks, some jump seats for the passengers.